Oh, we're on.
We're on.
And I was pushing the button on my little phone and saying I was stupidly nervous today, but happy
March Madness Eve. And, you know, housing update.
Highlights.
Housing
but
highlights.
Really, everything here in this room is about, oh my gosh, it's bracket day tomorrow. And technically, they have the play-in games. Do you watch the play-in games?
I did last night. I watched Texas and...
Yeah, Cam Heidi was on, huh?
Yes. And he had 4 fouls within 2 minutes into the second half. He was not doing so well.
Oh, no. All I remember is monster putback in the game last year. Do you remember that where he like rose over and just like...
He's a heck of a 3-point shooter. I was really mad because I bought a t-shirt, a Cam Heidi shirt, because I liked him, and then he transferred, because that's just how it works with me.
We could do a whole show on the portal and how I hate it, but...
I don't buy jerseys because when I buy them, they either get injured, they retire, or they leave my team. So
don't do that. Or, you know, at least for people you want to stick around. You know, like if it's like the
agreed.
Thing.
So how many brackets do you fill out?
I'm a 1 bracket person. I'm not the kind of person who like does the 6 different kinds. I try to do one for the men's and the women's, and then my whole family, we all fill out one and we post them up on the wall, and then we have highlighters for when you advance, and then you got the pencil for when you gotta scratch it out. And then there's always a little bit of weirdness because my kids will do it at the last minute. And like last year, technically I should have disqualified my oldest daughter because she was filling it out during the first game. And I'm kind of like a stickler about that. But yeah, we all do it and we all razz each other. And then my giant family, we do what's called the candy pool. And we have a draw tonight. So technically I get a team or 2 from that, but that's not a whole bracket. So I do that. How many do you do?
Well, it just depends. So this year so far, I've done 4. So
for different pool things.
Yes.
Or, okay.
So I've done 2 for our Keller Williams, and then I did 1 for our family. So Bill's family does a bracket challenge, and there's a trophy.
Oh. Is it a cool trophy?
It is
or
a cool
like
trophy.
A tacky trophy on purpose?
No, I mean it's pretty cool. It is currently at our house.
Yeah, that's right.
So Bill won it last year. I have never won. I suck so bad at brackets.
I do too.
I am really, really, really good at fantasy football.
Okay.
All things with fantasy football. For some reason with the bracket, I suck. But I love
to do it.
I love the bracket.
My favorite.
So I will take a picture and post it on here when I get it. But I do a live bracket. It's a big bracket. So we have a wall where our TV is right in the center of the wall, and then I have the north, the south, the west, and the Midwest on like 4 dry erase board things. And so I have a few more team mascot things to print out to stick up, and then I color code. Like, so I have green, which is TBS, like the channel, and I don't screw around, man.
Okay, that's a thing that I didn't even think about, what channel I have to be on. Okay, because like, you know, my sister has multiple screens and all that stuff.
Yes.
And,
so tomorrow, our 65-inch, I'll go dual. I'll do split screen. I won't split screen. But I don't like any more than 2 on that because then I can't watch it really.
It's too small.
So then I'll have the 2 on that, and then I'll have like 2 more TVs. And then if that doesn't do enough, I'll pull out the laptop and the iPad, but that usually does it. So, but yeah.
No, I used to work a desk job in Los Angeles before we had like crazy internet and like Netflix and all that. And I actually bought one of those little portable TVs and like stuck it under my desk at work.
If I ever have to be here, I have a monitor that's also a TV, and that sucker I have it on.
So,
but I'm hoping not to be here too much, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk March Madness forever.
I told her it's her job to make sure that we quit talking about March Madness.
Time? I mean, we've got 7 minutes left still, so we've only talked for 4 minutes about March Madness because we're insane. I mean, I blame my teachers. They used to roll the AV cart in during school at St. Lawrence Elementary, and we watched we bracketologied our whole classroom. Like 3rd grade, we were all going to kill each other on the playground over brackets.
I love it.
But that's why we're like this.
The only thing that they did at my school that they wheeled the AV cart in for is they managed to wheel it in before the space shuttle blew up and we watched
We
all
did
those
that
people
too,
die.
and I was on the Texas Instrument.
That was so
thing in the
terrible.
back. That was awful.
That was so
They
terrible.
didn't know that was going to happen.
No,
Those poor
and then they
teachers.
just took it out of the room like nothing happened, and they're like, let's do something else. Because that's what they did to
It was
us.
the 80s, man. It was a different time.
Gen X kids were different.
We just had to roll.
Yeah. So the weather is still pretty stupid out.
It is very bipolar.
We got a little more snow, but it's finally melted, and so we've decided that Indiana weather
It's menopausal.
cougar puberty for sure. Cougar puberty for sure. So at any rate, we had a couple listings we were going to go live with this week, but we just decided to wait a couple days. It's supposed to be 75 by Saturday.
So we'll have an open house on Sunday that you can come see once we're up and listed. I can tell you more about that. But the beginning of the week, I showed a house, and I thought it was it went really fast still, but I thought we'd be in competition with many more people, and the weather actually kind of put a little bit of a damper. People were like, I'm not going out to look at houses in this weird snow. So it's just crazy to me how weather plays such an integral role in the real estate market here.
But then there were houses back when we had that horrible snowstorm, and we had multiple offers, and big multiple offers.
People didn't care.
They didn't care. That's my house. I'm going to buy it.
Yeah,
so
it's kind of touch and go some days.
It is. So, but that being said, the market is really heating up.
Yep.
And I will say, if you are still considering buying or selling, like, get with us. Let's talk to a lender. Let's get that started, because you've got to have your ducks in a row before we get to looking at houses, because they can go so fast. Like, I showed a house yesterday and they loved it. It already had one offer on it. It had been on the market 4 hours.
Oh, wow.
And so they're they're nervous, and so they're dragging their feet, and I'm not sure we'll get it.
Yeah.
And I get it. It's a whole lot.
It's such a big decision.
It
that
is.
You have to be so fast.
In 10 minutes.
It's so unfair.
It is
But that's
really
the process,
unfair.
Right?
It's very unfair. And, I hope that we're not going back to that market completely. Like, there was a time 3 years ago where you had to make a decision in, like, multiple offers were due in 20 minutes.
Oh, man.
And so I had the offer written before we ever got there. And then I'm like, so what do you think? You want to do it? All right. I hit a couple of numbers and I sent it from the house.
Oh, man.
It was crazy. And that being said, there were a lot of deals that fell out because, you had to make a decision in 10 minutes. This is the biggest purchase of your life.
Yeah.
So a little scary, but I think that we're not, at least
Not going.
right now, I don't think we're going to get to that just yet. So, but you never know. But you need to be ready.
Regardless, you need to have, know where your financing's coming from.
Yep.
Get all your paperwork set up so that when you're going out, your purse is organized, basically.
Yeah.
You just have your wallet ready, pretty much.
You have to. You
to.
can't do it backwards. So I know that sucks, because a lot of people, I had somebody call me the other day, I'm like, I don't want to go through the pre-approval if I'm not going to get that house. I'm like, I get it, but we can't do it that way.
Right.
Like, you can't. There's no point in falling in love with something if you don't know with, 100% accuracy that you can afford it.
Right. Well, and on the other side, when you submit an offer, you have to prove to the seller that you got the funds. And if you have a pre-approval, you're proving that your bank is saying, hey, we have it. Or even if you're buying cash, you need to have a specific type of document from your bank, because honestly, with fraud these days, sadly, anyone can screenshot anything. So you really have to have a verifiable way to prove that you have the money so that they want to pick your offer. So, and those little tiny details really, really matter, especially when you're up against 4 or 5 different offers.
Absolutely.
So, that's why we're here to get it all organized, make it easier for you, but there's a real specific process to it so that you have an advantage when you go, when you do find the house that you fall in love with and you want to put an offer on.
And if you don't know this by now about us, we like to win.
Yeah.
So
we have our own brackets.
we do. And we like to win, and I don't want to put you at a disadvantage to not win. I want to win for you. So, hi, Nancy Marshall. And Nancy says, unless you impulse buy houses like she does. Yes, but you at least are a little more prepared. So,
no, I have to say, when I lived in LA, it's kind of similar. If you find a good apartment, you kind of just go I'll take it. And this is, when you're renting, but sometimes it's like when the inventory is small and you just need to get into a place and maybe it's not your forever home, it's really easy to do that impulse buy. But then when you get to a point where like, I really want to settle down, I don't want to move again for 10 years or whatnot, I want this to be my place. It's so hard to have to make that choice
really hard.
quickly. So we try to find a balance the best we can. And, we can only do so much. The market does what the market does, and we do our best to respond to it without being reactive. So that's my Zen moment of the day.
So
we're probably getting close.
you might have noticed that Jessica looks like $1 zillion, and I am not dressed very well today. It's closing day.
This is the both faces of a realtor.
Yes.
This is like office day, and this is closing day, and there's a real reason for that. Is because closing day is a celebration. We like to show up for our clients and our finest to sort of congratulate them that their transaction is closing. And then also, sometimes at the closing table or at the final walkthrough, challenges may arise. And it's our final point of negotiation sometimes. It's not all the time.
We have to be dressed fiercely
so that we can
throw down if we have to. Because
sometimes you have to.
When Jessica was selling her flip before she had a real estate license, there were challenges that came to the table the day at closing.
That was another one.
We both have really big hearts, and we wanted it to be a win-win for everybody. That's our goal. And a lender had not really done their due diligence and kind of put their client at risk. And the realtor on the other side was pretty new, and so it was just kind of an unheard of situation. And I kind of had to throw down.
You had your high heels on.
I did.
And,
I had to throw down.
But not in a mean way. She just got really problem solving and very grounded and very communicative. And it just comes down to, we have to get all the facts on the table. We have to figure out how we can find a win-win and get the thing closed. And
if that means a couple days later, we're not going to close that day.
Yeah.
But this one needed to close, and they wanted to push out, and there was no good reason for it. And I felt bad, but it really came back to, I was protecting my client.
I was her client at the time.
And we needed to close.
Yeah.
It was not, we couldn't wait longer because of some of the things that she had going on her side. We had to close. So that's why
we wear the fancy clothes.
You wear the fancy clothes.
And it's a celebration. I mean, it's not just we're coming to throw down, but also it's a celebration and we want to look our best. And then when we come in the office and we really want to throw down at getting our paperwork done, all of our admin duties done, we wear our sweatpants because we'll be cozy.
I still wear jeans.
She
today,
wears jeans.
But,
sometimes I can wear my gym clothes, and that's okay.
Yeah, and I'm wearing snow boots today because I wore cute shoes the other day and I fell on the ice, flat on my back. Glad nobody saw me.
Gravity. Our alarm went off a few minutes ago, so we have to wrap up, even though I know we're so entertaining.
So next week, I want to talk about a buyer transaction from start to finish.
Ooh, let's do it.
I'm actually going to be teaching that in my forms class. I teach forms class here at KW. If you're other agents out there watching and you want to come learn, come on over. Text me, whatever. You're welcome. We're all in this together, and the more educated we are, the better we will be.
Yeah.
Because the world's kind of coming for our industry right now. This is not anything I want to bore y'all with, but there's a lot going on in our industry. There has been for about 5 years with the government and how we get paid and all this silly stuff. So,
I have to take this call.
Oh, okay. So,
party on Wayne.
Party on Garth. So, she's going to take care of a quick call. It's her client, and it's closing day, so we don't skip those. So, anyway, with that being said, I'm Janet English. She is Jessica Collaço. We never did say that this time. We are 2/3 of Team Janet here at Keller Williams, and we want to help you build your wealth. So your first house is the beginning of your dream house. Keep that in mind. And until next week, we'll see you later. Happy March Madness Eve, and we'll see you next week.